You've got a high-end Mercedes, a brand new tunnel, and a high-speed crash in the middle of the night. Now, this isn't just another traffic accident in Mumbai. Nope. This is a story that really forces us to ask some tough questions. Questions about responsibility, about privilege, and what happens when those two things collide. So let's get right into it. Okay, so try to picture this. It's early Sunday morning on Mumbai's new coastal road. You'd think the roads would be quiet, right? Almost empty. But inside this tunnel, that piece is about to be absolutely shattered. So you have this Mercedes, a car that's literally built for performance, and it's just flying through the tunnel, heading towards South Mumbai. Police reports say it wasn't just going a little fast, it was speeding. And, in the tight, unforgiving space of a tunnel, that kind of speed, well, it's just a recipe for disaster. And this wasn't just one simple crash. It was a violent chain reaction. First, the Mercedes just slams into the car in front of it. The force of that impact is so huge that it launches that second car forward, causing it to crash right into a third car. And just like that, in a matter of seconds, you've got a 3-car pileup, and it all started with that one speeding vehicle. So, once the wreckage is finally cleared away, the real work for the investigators begins. The chaos of the crash itself might be over, but now they have to painstakingly figure out exactly what happened, and maybe more importantly, who was ultimately responsible. For the police, everything, and I mean everything, boiled down to one critical question. But the answer, in this particular case, was about to completely change the entire investigation. Who was really in control of that powerful machine? The answer was pretty shocking. The driver was just 17 years old, a minor, behind the wheel of a high-performance car. And all of a sudden, this wasn't just a serious accident anymore, it was a total legal minefield. And the official police statement really says it all. The 17-year-old boy simply lost control. I mean, it's just a tragic and frankly classic case of inexperience meeting way too much horsepower, with devastating results inside that tunnel. But a crash like this is never just about the twisted metal. It's about the lives that are completely thrown into chaos. So who are the actual people at the heart of this story? All right, let's break down the key players here. You've got the 17-year-old driver, right at the center of everything. Then you have the owner of the car, a businessman who is now facing some very serious legal questions. And of course, most tragically, you have the victims, a family of 3, whose lives were changed in an instant when they took that first brutal hit. And just to really understand the human cost here, reports confirmed that one of the people injured in that family car was a senior citizen. It's a detail that just underscores how vulnerable people are in a situation like this, and how one person's reckless decision can have such painful, lasting consequences for complete strangers. So, with the facts in place and the people involved identified, the story moves into the legal arena. The big question now is, who's going to be held accountable for all of this? And this is where it gets really interesting and kind of complicated. The police didn't just stop with the driver. No, they've registered a case against 3 different people. The 17-year-old, of course, but also the businessman who owns the car. And, get this, the owner's 18-year-old granddaughter. This just shows you the investigation is looking at a much wider circle of responsibility. I mean, just think about that for a second. One person's split-second loss of control has now triggered this ripple effect of legal trouble for multiple people. It's a really powerful reminder that when a minor is involved with a vehicle, the law often looks for a shared or even layered sense of responsibility. And so, this whole tragic incident leaves us with a really difficult, lingering question. When something like this happens, when a minor causes an accident in a car they don't even own, where does the responsibility truly end? Is it with the person who was actually behind the wheel, the person who handed them the keys, the registered owner? The crash in that Mumbai tunnel might be over, but the debate it has sparked about accountability, that's really just beginning.